This is the pin diagram for 8051 microcontroller. So there are 40 pins existed for 8051 microcontroller. So from 1 to 40 we can say that. So here the 40th pin is the supply pin and 20th pin is the ground pin. Okay, so here we all know that there are the 4 input ports and output ports, that is P1, P2, P3 and P4. There are 4 input and output pins. Okay, so here in the first 1 to 8, okay, we know that each port, that is P0 to it's not P4, it is P0. So P0, P1, P2, P3. So we all know that each port is consisting of 8 bits. Okay, so here 1 to 8, these are the from 1 to 8 pins. These are dealing with the port pins, that is P1 not 0, P1 not 1, P1 not 2, P1 not 3. Means this 1 to 8 pins are meant for port 1 pins. Port 1 pins. Okay, 1 to 8 port 1 pins. Okay, so where we are going to have this port 1 pins for accessing the input and the output. Whereas this 9th pin is there, which is reset pin. RST is nothing but the reset pin. Okay, from 10 to 17. From 10 to 17 pins. We already completed that 1 to 8 pins are for port 1 and 9th pin is for reset. Now 10 to 17 pins are meant for port 3. This is meant for port 3. We all know that this port 3 pins is meant for interfacing or external access like that. Means for example here, this port P3 not 0 is there. It is meant for receiving the data. P31 is meant for transmitting the data. So P3 dot this pin is meant for interrupt 0. This is meant for interrupt 1. And P3.4 and P3.5 is meant for timers. Okay, and this P3.6 is meant for writing the data, and P3.7 is for reading the data. Okay, so from 10 to 17 pins are meant for the port 3 pins. Okay, and 18 and 19 are there. There are the extal 2 and extal 1 is nothing but crystal oscillators. Okay, 2 and 1. And the last 20th pin is the ground pin. Okay, these things have been explained here, that the pin configuration of 8051 microcontroller will consisting of 40 pins. In the total number of 32 pins are set away into 4 ports. Means 32 means 4 into each port consisting of 8 bits. So 4 into 8, 32. So 4 ports such as P0, port 0, port 1, port 2 and port 3. Each port is consisting of 8 bits or 8 ports or 8 pins itself. Okay, the first pins 1 to 8 as I explained for you, it is meant for port 1, and this port 1 is consisting of input and output. We can say it is a bidirectional one. It is an 8-bit bidirectional one. Means saying that it is an accessing input and output. Whereas 9th pin, it is a reset pin where it is an active high pin. We can say that it is an active high pin. Means if reset pin is high, for a minimum of 2 machine cycles, the microcontroller will be reset. Okay, and during this, the oscillator will always be running. Okay, thus will be a reset pin will be activated high, and this pin will be high for minimum 2 machine cycles, means to complete the program. Okay. And whereas the 10 to 7, which are the port 3 pins, we are going to say this port 3 is also act like a bidirectional, but additionally, it has some special functions. What are those special function means? First of all, if you go here, this there are the RxD and TxD, receiving and transmission, interrupts are there, timers are there, reading and writing. All these are the special functions included for port 3 pins. Okay, and finally 18 and 19 are there, which is meant for the crystal oscillators, we can say that. Okay, these pins are input and output pins for the oscillators, and they are used for internal oscillator circuit for the 8051 microcontrollers. And finally pin 20, it is a ground pin. It represents that zero voltage. 0 volts is connected, and it is connected to the negative terminal of the power supply. This is about the one side of the pins. Now let's move for the another side of the pins here. So observe here, I already have said for you this 40th pin is meant for the power supply, that is positive supply, and this ground is meant for the negative power supply. Now this whatever the pins coming from 32 to 39 pins, 32 to 39, this is meant for port 0. This is meant for port 0. So what we are going to have means we are having the address and data bits here. We are having the address and data bits, that is 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. What is meant by AD means A is for address and D is for data. Okay, and remaining, observe here, from 21 to 28 pins are there. This is meant for port 2. It is meant for port 2. And guys, here one important point, that this all 4 ports are bidirectional one. Okay, that's why we have meant this one. And these are meant for input and output. But externally, there are some accessing, like normally for input and output, we are going for port 1. And for having special functions, we are going for port 3. And for address and data bits, we are going for port 0. And for only address, we are going for port 2. Why only address means, we know that the features of the 8051, we have address bits as a 16 and data as a 8. So here the 8 has been completed for data and 8 has been completed for address bit. But still 8 bits are left over that will be accessed from the port 2. Okay, from 89 to 8015, the pins are 21 to 28. These have been accessed from the port 2. Observe here, already this from port 1, 1 to 8 port 1, and 10 to 17 port 3, 21 to 28 port 2, and 32 to 39. Total 32 pins have been completed for ports. Okay, and in around that 2 are been for crystal oscillators and 2 are for power supply, and we have remained with 3 pins, that is 29, 30 and 31. Okay, that has also been explained here. Okay, this 29 pin, that is PS here, nothing but program store enable. Okay, this pin is used for enabling the external program memory. This is meant for enabling the external program memory. Whereas pin 30 is an address latch enable. This pin is active for high output signal. Whenever you are having the high output signal, this pin will be in an active state. And the last one, that is EA, it is nothing but external access. External access. This pin allows the external program memory. It is used to enable or disable when you are having the interfacing circuits, when you are having external memory interfacing circuits. And this is the small explanation about the pin diagram of 8051 microcontroller.